Okay, so solve natin yung problem na to. So this is bracket connection. So for the riveted bracket connection in the figure shown, yung stress daw, yung allowable stress rivets, which is 20 millimeter diameter, is 100 megapascal. No? While yung bearing of plate is 200 megapascal. So find the maximum safe value of load P. Okay, so yung load P na yan is at distance 200 millimeter from the second row, no? Itong 2, 4, and 5 na mga rivets. So, first nating gagawin is, since nakikita natin dito, no, na meron tayong dalawang bracket connection. Yung dito na side, tsaka yung dito na side, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, yung load P natin is mahihiwalayan, no? Or madi-divide siya equally din by 2. Kasi dalawa nga yung sides na magre-resist sa kanya. So, bali yung P dito is, bali dito na part, which is ito yun, no? Yung isa lang. So, this will be P divided by 2. So, ito yung load per plate, no? Per plate. So, kung dito, yung i-resist nung plate dito is P divided by 2. So, dito sa kabila din is P divided by 2. So, I think it makes sense man, di ba? Next. So, bali, meron na tayong ganitong force. So, kailangan natin siyang i-convert. That is eccentrically loaded. No? So, kailangan natin siyang i-convert into its equivalent axial with moment. Diba? Axial with moment. So, bali, yung figure na to, pwede natin i-convert to. So, instead na ito yung isosolve natin, copy. So, pwede nating isolve yan sa ganitong way. Sabihin ko na lang, group ko na lang muna yan. Group ko na. So, sabihin natin, equivalent yung ito, tsaka ito na. So, let's say, andito yung centroid niya. Okay, so sabihin na lang natin andito yung centroid. So, kasi dito yung pinakamalaki, maraming rivet or bolt, so dyan siya malapit. Then, dito naman is, siguro andito siya, no? So, anyway, assumption mo lang din man yan. So, assume na lang natin na andito yung centroid ng mga bolts, no? So, G na lang yan. So, bali, yung ano natin dito is, kailangan natin siyang i-convert, no? So, yung P divided by 2 is pwede natin ilagay na lang dito yan. Dito sa centroid, that is P divided by 2 with moment. With moment M, which is equivalent to, so kung ito yung centroid niya, so parang di klaro, P divided by 2, ito is moment. So yung distance nito, yung P divided by 2, yung original, sabihin na lang natin na E siya, no? So, yung load natin na P divided by 2 to the centroid, sabihin natin E. So yung moment is just P divided by 2 times yung E. So, ganyan. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng yung problem na to, which is ito originally, ito yan. So, pwede natin siyang i-analyze sa ganito, no? So, equivalent axial with bending. Okay? So, this is axial with moment. With moment. Moment yung term. Ito is eccentric. So, ito na lang yung i-consider natin. Okay? Yan na lang na part. Okay, so, ngayon, kailangan natin makuha yung stress due to centroidal load na P divided by 2, and also the stress due to moment. Okay? So, yung stress due to centroidal load P2 so bali i-assume na lang na FA. This is just force over the total area, so force over area. Okay, so take note, we're considering sharing on sharing on rivet or bolt. So yung total area ng bolt, kasi pag i-apply natin yung P divided by 2, so yung magiging shear area is yung mga ito. Okay? Yung mga yan. So yan yung magre-resist nung P divided by 2 natin, considering shear. So this is P divided by 2 divided by 5 pi over 4 20 squared. Diba? Ilan pala yung pi over 4? Pitin ko muna. So this becomes 1/2. Then divide pa natin to ng 5 times shift pi over 4 times 20 squared. Ayan, so meron tayong 0.000318. Yan na yung kunin ko. So this one is 0.000318 P. Okay? So klaro na yan, ha? Next is yung stress due to moment. So bali ito namang moment yung i-resist natin. Due to moment na P divided by 2 times yung E. Okay? So yung moment natin is P divided by 2 times yung E. So wala tayong value ng E, no? So at least ko na lang yan muna. So basta alam natin na yung FM, let's say FM, is just MC over the polar moment of inertia. Okay? So yung C will be the farthest distance, ito will be the polar moment of inertia, and ito yung moment na P divided by 2 E. Okay? So basta alam natin yan yung mga stresses na kailangan natin para ma-solve natin yung load P, no? In terms of shear. Okay? So balikan natin yan mamaya. So yun, no? So at least okay na tayo sa mga loadings. So related to load P and moment, no? So pag nagsosolve tayo ng bracket, first and foremost, kailangan nating makuha yung centroidal moment of inertia, no? So let's say ito yan. So kailangan natin makuha kung so assume ko lang na andyan na, pero kailangan natin makuha yung value niya. Yung importante dito yung value, eh. So assume ko na lang na andyan. So gagamit ako ng Varignon's theorem. Okay, so first step is find God, no? So yan talaga, God, ha? So seek God first. So para mas madaling tandaan. Okay, so take note, ginamit ko yung kailangan natin makita muna, no? Or hanapin yung Panginoon muna, di ba? Kasi mamaya parang ano yan, eh, parang mas madaling tandaan na kung saan yung magiging most stress na rivet, no? Anyway, punta tayo dito. So using Varignon's theorem, so imagine ko na lang na dito ako magre-reference dito sa point 1. Okay? So ibig sabihin yung total area, then yung location niya is equivalent to individual area, individual centroid. Okay? So yung total area is meron tayong 5 tag pi over 4, 20 squared. And then meron na tayong centroid. Then yung considering yung ito lang muna na. Yung dalawa, yung 1 and 3. So considering yung 1 and 3 na row, na column. So meron tayong dalawang bolt dyan. And then yung location niya with respect dito tayo nag-reference Ibig sabihin ito yung reference line natin. So ito yung reference. So yung reference line natin, so bali ngayon that is distance 0, di ba? Plus considering naman yung row nito, yung 2, 4 and 5. Considering yan, meron tayong tatlong area, that is 3 times pi over 4, 20 squared. And then yung location niya from our reference line in terms of x-axis na distance is 100, di ba? Yung location niya 100. Okay? So ibig sabihin ito makakancel lang ito na. Di ba? So ilan yan? So meron na tayong centroid. Okay? Solve ko muna. So we have 5 alpha x, alpha equal nung 2 times 0 plus 3 times 100. So 60. So at distance 60 from our reference line. Okay? So we have 60 mm. So ibig sabihin pala, yung distance na to dito sa reference line natin is 60 mm. So ibig sabihin yung dito na distance patungo dito sa centroid, kasi 100 to, ibig sabihin this is 40, di ba? So ayan, so makukuha na natin yung value ng E. Na gagamitin natin dito. Yan. Yung ito. Ito yan So, makukuha na natin yan. So, that is 200 plus 40, or that is 240. Ayun, at least klaro na tayo dyan. So, ibig sabihin, kung may E na tayo, makukuha na natin yung value ng moment in terms of P. Okay, so computing ko na lang muna. So I have P divided by 2 times yung E na 240. So ibig sabihin this is 120 ng P. Okay? Ayan. So at least klaro na tayo sa moment done. So ngayon is kunin din natin yung centroidal moment ng Y. So again, total area. Then this time is with respect to Y. Individual area, individual centroid with respect to Y. So, assume ko na lang na ito yung magiging reference ko. So, ito yung reference line ko. Okay? So, assume ko na positive lahat ng distance, So, considering yung row 1 and 2, bali yung bolt 1 and 2, meron tayong 5 bolt pa rin, pi over 4, 20 squared, then ito yung gusto nating makuha. And then considering yung bolt 1 and 2, so meron tayong dalawang area. Then yung location niya dito sa reference, so magiging 0 yan kasi andyan siya sa reference line. Okay? And then, considering naman yung row 2, yung bolt 3 and 4, so we have dalawang area pa rin. And then, yung distance niya from our reference line is itong 80. And then, considering yung row 3, yung bolt 5, so that is isang area lang, diba? So, that is pi over 4, 20 squared. And then, yung distance niya is itong 80 plus 80, or that is 160. So, at least klaro na tayo dyan, no? So, bali, ito is makakancel out na lang. Cancel out, cancel out, cancel out, cancel out. So, masosolve na natin yung okay? So, solve muna natin. So, I have 5 alpha x. Yan yung y ko, ha? Yung x ko dito is yan yung y. 2 times 0 plus 2 times 80 plus 1 times 160. So, we have now 64. So, 64 pala. So, we have 64 mm. So, ayan. No? So, bali yung distance pala na to tungo dito sa centroid natin is 64 mm. Okay, so at least klaro na tayo dyan, no? At least klaro na tayo dyan. So, ibig sabihin yung location pala ng G from 1 is 60 and 64. So, next natin hahanapin is yung polar moment of inertia. Okay, so next natin hahanapin is yung polar moment of inertia. Yung G. So, bakit kailangan natin hahanapin yan? Kasi kung babalikan natin yung una kong pinakita, di ba? Kasi yung concern natin is yung stress ng centroidal load tsaka yung moment. And yung moment natin, pag gusto natin makuha yung stress due to moment, is kailangan natin ng formula na MC over yung J, no? So, kailangan natin to. So, kaya kakukumputin natin. Kasi kailangan natin ng data na yan. So, anyway, yung formula, in solving, considering yung area, no? Area ng, balik kuni-consider talaga natin yung area ng mga rivet natin or yung bolt. So, pag considering yan, that is just summation nung centroidal polar moment of inertia, which is pi over 32 diameter raised to power 4, and plus yung area nung bolt, then yung location niya, no? Yung location ng bolt, yung centroid ng bolt to the centroid of the group. Okay? For example, ito yung centroid ng isang bolt, no? And ito yung centroid ng group. So, yung distance na yan yung magiging C natin. So, ganun din dito. C, and C lahat yan. Okay, so at least klaro tayo kung ano yung C. So, C squared. Ngayon, kukumputin natin isa-isa yung mga C. So, considering yung bolt 1, sabihin ko na lang, ito na lang yung sana yun. Copy. So, sabihin natin ito yung global G, which is at distance 60, and dito is 64. Okay? So, hahanapin lang natin yung distance na to, yung centroid nung bolt 1, tsaka yung centroid nung bolt group. So, ito yung magiging C1 niya. Okay? So, makikita natin dito na yung C1 is just square root lang nung considering yung triangle na to. Ito yung triangle na to. Okay? So, makuha natin yan by Pythagorean theorem. That is just 60 squared plus 64 squared. So, meron na tayong value na to. Okay? Next. Yung C2 naman is ito yan. So, ito yung C2. So, yung C2 natin is just square root lang nung 40. Diba? Kasi dito is 40 to. So, that is 40 squared plus 64 squared. Okay? So, computing ko yan mamaya. And then, considering yung bolt 3, ito yan. To the centroid ng bolt group. So, ito yung magiging C3 natin. So, yung C3 is just square root lang nung sabihin na lang natin, consider na lang natin to. Okay? So, bali yung difference dito kasi 80 to eh. So, 80 minus 64, that is 16. Na? 16, 10, 6, 7, 16. No? So, considering yung triangle na to, so, meron na tayong C3, no? And that is just equal to 60 squared plus 16 squared. Okay? And then, yung C4 is, sabihin na lang natin ito yan. So, C4. So, C4 is just square root lang nung, alam natin dito is 40, and dito is 16. So, that is 40 squared plus 16 squared. And lastly, itong C5, no? So, ito yung mga centroid nila. So, kukunin lang natin yung distance na to. I assume that is C5. So, thus, yung C5 natin is C5 is just square root lang nung, so, considering yung triangle na to. So, that is, ito alam natin that is 40. And, dito is alam natin this is 80 plus 16. So, we have 96. So, 40 squared, diba ito 40, plus 96 squared. So, meron na tayong value na yan. So, masasolve na natin isa-isa yung mga value ng C. So, computing ko muna. Ilan yung square root nung 60 squared plus 64 squared. So, we have 87.727. Sabihin ko na 73. And then, square root nung 40 squared and 64. So, this becomes 40. So, 75.47. So, this one is 75.47. And then, we have 60 squared and 16 squared. So, we have 60 and this one is 16. So, we have 69.1. 62.1 rather. 62.1. And then, 40 squared and 16 squared. So, 40 and 16, we have 43.08. 43.08. And then, we have square root of 40 and 96. So we have 104. So ibig sabihin, makukompute na natin yung polar moment of inertia this time. So alam natin yung area is just pi over 4 nung diameter squared. Okay? So alam natin yung diameter is 20. So sabihin na lang natin na ilan yan? Ilan yung shift? Pi over 4 nung 20 squared. So we have 314.16. Yan na lang yung kunin ko. So, ngayon makukuha na natin yung centroidal moment, polar moment of inertia. So, ulit, gamitin ko lang yung formula. So, okay na yan, no? So, thus, meron na tayong pi over 32 nung 20 raised to the power of 4 plus 314.16, and then we have 87.73 squared plus pi over 32 nung 20 raised to the power of 4 plus 314 times 16 times 75.47 plus pi over 32 nung 20 raised to the power of 4 plus 314.16 times 62.10. So we have 62.10 plus pi over 32 nung 20 raised to the power of 4 plus 314.16 times 43.08. So we have 43.08 squared plus pi over 32 nung 20 raised to the power of 4 plus 314.16 times 104 squared. So thus meron na tayong value, and that is just equal to, kumpitin ko muna. So I have shift pi over 32 nung diameter 20 raised to the power of 4. Stored ko na lang to sa A, and then yung 314.16 stored ko na lang yun sa B. Okay? So therefore I have alpha A plus alpha B nung 87.73 squared plus alpha A plus alpha B nung 75.47 squared plus alpha A plus alpha B times 62.10 squared plus alpha A plus alpha B times yung 43.08 squared plus alpha A plus alpha B plus alpha B, para mapasok ko lahat na, and 104 squared. So ito na, no? We have 947.32 478,386.15. Tama ba? Calc. Eighty-7 point 73, 75.47, 62.10, 43.08, and 104. Hala? Calc? shift pi divided by 32 times 20 raised to the power of 4. And then sabihin na natin shift pi divided by 4, and then diameter. Square. Ayan, 947. Yan talaga, no? 9478. 9478 364. 9478 364 point. $169. Okay, so continue na lang ako sa next na video. So medyo mahaba na eh. So kasi mahaba-haba pa rin to eh. Okay, so at least klaro na yung kukumpute natin. Okay, so first is we need to compute for the centroid. And then we compute for the polar moment of inertia kasi gagamitin natin yan for stresses due to concentrated load and stresses due to moment. Okay, so bali dito meron na tayong moment, meron na tayong G. So I think wala na to, no? Kasi yung C makikita na natin yan dito, yung mga value ng C. So dito natin makikita yan, no? Kailangan lang natin kunin yung most stress na rivet. Okay, so I think see you in the next video.